Hello.
Hello.
Any thoughts on which realm to start with?
Well, I'd love to say that because we're both incredibly pro, let's start in the desert, but that's really hard.
Yeah, there's just no biomass, really. No water. It's kind of tricky. The grass is like meh. The rocky desert, close to the sea. I imagine that one's hard for land expense. I don't know. I guess you've got the biomass and the water, but maybe there are not many flat areas. Maybe.
Well, you can always build it, right?
And then we've got the Northern Forest. Good for experienced players. Challenging conventional building and planning methods. With the richness of its resources. That sounds nice.
Yeah. I mean, I'm genuinely happy to do any of them. Obviously, the starter grass one is a bit meh, but I don't fancy struggling in the desert for a little while.
Well, not the dune desert, the rocky desert maybe. It says it's got water.
Yeah.
I presume we can access biomass. Although it might be more difficult. I don't know.
Yeah, the rocky desert is probably a good compromise between... Like, I'd be happy to go full dune desert, but that's how it is just a bit struggle. There is water around, it's just not nearby, but...
I think either 2 or 3. What do you fancy out of 2 or 3? Northern Forest, Rocky Desert. Any preference?
I'm happy to go 2.
Does it even matter since it's just spawn? It does initially. Later on, no. But initially, when you're getting going, it can have a big effect. I mean,
I'm happy to go 2.
All right, let's go 2.
But that's because I've spent quite a lot of time in 3 with Brett.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, session name. Yusuf, thank you for 5 months. Punkathet, thank you for 20. Greetings and salutations. Oh yeah, that's the name. Salutations, we'll call it. And I'll even spell it correctly. How's that? How's salutations?
Don't be starting with that, you know. It could only go bad from here, right?
Yep. I've ticked the box to enable the onboarding, skip the onboarding, and just go straight to tier 1.
Yeah, you don't need to. This is how you build.
Yeah, we don't need all of that. Dave84, thank you for 77 months. Hopefully, do I need to invite you or can you just join on me? I can't remember.
No, I'm hoping to be able to join on you since you're on the epic way.
Okay, well, I'm in.
The menu is saying initiating new session, so...
Ooh. Some berries.
Salutations, the host is Squirrel.
There's a big oasis in the middle of the dune desert. Ooh. That sounds nice. They need to bring some more maps out for this game. I really suspect a lot of players now just know this like the back of their hands. Hello.
And I swear there used to be more emotes, but they seem to have got rid of them.
Yeah, wasn't there a bow one or something? Or a wave? Maybe you only get them later.
I'm not sure. I've not managed to get any more emotes than those 2. Maybe they changed.
Mr. Jimmerick, thanks for 48 months, 4 years. Squirrel playing Satisfactory. Are we allowed to ping yet? Yes, we are. Ooh, cool. Iron ore. I'll work out where we want to start, I guess. 400 meters to iron ore.
Yeah, and we've got the different things. Oh, don't forget to put your Xeno Zapper in your hand.
Let's go towards the iron ore then. You can't remember the last time you played this. I can tell you when I last played it. May 2020.
Did they have the different levels of node when you last played?
They have rich nodes and stuff, if that's what you mean.
Yeah, they have, pure, impure, and normal.
Yeah.
And obviously, depending on the node level, depends on how
much it'll produce per minute, right?
Yeah. I'll find words in a while.
It's alright, I'll find them for you.
Good.
I like that oasis, that's kind of cool. Is this the new update they teased about? I don't believe so. We're not on the test server.
Yeah, we're not on experimental.
100 meters over here somewhere. There we go. We will rock you. Oh, I remember them. I remember them. Little scumbags. Getting bitten already. Get wrecked. Right, there we go. Pick that up. You've never noticed that, Big Benz? That was the first thing I noticed about this game, was We Will Rock You. Right, what can we build?
My keybind, my auto placement of hands are all off. I've been playing too much Scrap Mechanic.
Don't suppose we've got access to miners yet, have we? Or have we?
Yeah, we should have, but we need to obviously build. You need concrete and iron plates. We probably need to decide a place for the hub. I was just trying to find a concrete, a limestone place.
$200 meters, 300 meters. Well, there's one. Yeah, okay.
I'm just trying to obviously find a pure one to begin with.
Solid Bond, thank you for 65 months. Can't remember the last time I played this game. Read that one already. Big Light, 16 months. Haven't been around for a while due to work. But so glad to be able to put my feet up and chill, watching some incredible content. Thank you, Squirrel. And the butters. Thank you, Big Lad. Shubham, thank you for 3 months. What on earth is that animal doing? That's a skill, that is. Yes, that's a green slug in the lake by the look of it. This thing can truly walk on water. Amphibious. Oh, hang on. It didn't like being called amphibious. Okay, that's a bit far. Can you swim underwater? I can't remember.
Nope.
There's an underwater slug here. Got it. Got the power slug. Yeah, there's not much buildable land here. I suppose if we get concrete going, it doesn't matter. We can build over it, right?
Yeah, that's the theory.
Well, any thoughts on the hub?
No, I'm still trying to find a limestone, a pure limestone node.
You specifically want a pure one?
Well, it'll just... It's not critical, it's just... It'll help.
Yeah. Thing is, if you've gone too far, we're going to need a lot of belt to... But then I suppose if you have a lot of concrete, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Is that just a normal one that you're on?
This is a pure one, which I presume is the highest.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I'm just trying to get some material going. Hug, thank you, 35. One month more for the new icon. Oh, nice. It's a pure copper as well. You can build a mine and a biogen already, by the way. You have the stuff already. Okay, Pups. Do you want the steering wheel, mate? We're trying to work out where to build the hub.
So have you got a pure copper and a pure iron near you?
Yep. Pure copper, pure iron within about 100, 200 meters of each other. Not yet, Pug, no. You'd say build it on top of a hill. What, so every time we want to go to the hub, you have to climb a hill? Really? I love getting my iPhone to make iron plates.
I'm glad you remembered.
How can I forget? How? You just rest the iPhone on the space key. Moorcroft. You just select the recipe and then put your phone or any heavy object will do on the space key. Sit back. You can even make a cup of tea while it makes it all for you. If only the game would allow you to say, make 100 of these, go.
Yeah, so it doesn't look like we've got a pure lime anywhere around here.
Alright. Well, we've got pure iron and pure copper, so if we just get going with some concrete, we just need to work out where the hub's going. That's the big problem. If you can put your mines down and get some concrete, we could build a floor over the oasis and put the hub in that. Because there's a nice big flat area, but it needs concrete.
What, in the middle of the lake, you mean?
Well, I'm just thinking that the lake represents a nice flat area, but we need to put foundation down to use it. That's all I'm thinking. But I'm open to any ideas.
Oh, of course, I haven't got anything because I'm a pawn in your game of chess.
Pug, I already answered you, mate. I said we didn't do that yet. We didn't finish it. I literally answered the question. You think gonna get this game? What do you think? Well, I haven't played it since May last year. The downside to this game is there's one map. That's the biggest downside, I think, to the game. It's not... I mean, I presume it randomly...
Can you build another craft bench, please?
Okay.
Thank you.
There are no blueprints, and there's only one map. There's no bots. No constructor bots or logistic bots. They're the downsides. The upsides are... it's all in 3D, so you get to see machines work. It's kind of nice. They've fleshed out a lot of the later game tech now, like fluids and things. I'm not sure what tier they're up to now. Is it tier 6 or 7?
They're tier 7, but tier 8 is soon.
Right. Is that the last tier?
I don't believe so.
Did you put mines down on the limestone?
Not yet, because I didn't have anything to build with, so I'll do that very shortly.
No, did you not? Oh, did you not get any portable mines in? Just me?
Yeah, exactly. I just get nothing.
That's not very friendly, is it? Can we build a box here?
What, storage box?
There we go. Just want to put some junk in it for now. Iron ore, not do. Copper ore. I don't know if you've got any of those barrel nut things, but
I've got a couple.
I've put 10 in the box in case you need them.
Thank you.
Hub parts. Okay. Exosphere Dragon, thank you for 81 months. Yeah, Captain Flynn, I've never understood that. Like, that storage container there is massive, but the amount of slots you get is pretty much the same as your backpack. It's a weird one.
It's a bad day when you haven't got enough iron plates and iron rods in your things to do the basic things.
Container's got loads of iron ore.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got some on me. I've made some iron plates. Need them?
Yeah, I need to just craft some ingots and need to get to a stable position of where things are working, you know?
So what was the best limestone you found if you didn't find pure?
There's just a normal nearby.
Right.
There's loads of normals close and a few impures, but...
Trying to get used to the hotkeys again. Oh, we can't make foundation yet.
No, we'll need to unlock it in the hub.
Oh, I'll just have to put the hub down. We'll have to move it then. If I just shut the hub down
Yeah,
here
fair
then,
enough.
and then we'll just move it later.
Yeah, okay.
Let's see. Base building or logistics? Base building first then?
Yeah, base building is factory, isn't it? It's foundation.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if you had this the last time that you played. If you come out of your menu and just stand in the game, if you hold your Alt key down and use your scroll wheel, you've got multiple hotbars. And then you can then shortcut build stuff.
Oh, yeah, that's a new thing. I don't remember having that before.
Yeah.
Multiple scroll wheel. Multiple hotbars.
Yeah, so then obviously you can have like a belt one and a lift one and a pipe one and a...
Can you not do the Factorio thing where you can tell it to display 2 or 3 rows kind of thing?
No, I don't think so.
That's a shame.
Because it's sort of the hotbar is a cheat for your for the build menu, so you haven't got to keep pressing tab.
Yeah.
If I build the concrete for that.
Hello from a quiet corner in cement factory, mad South African. Dude, we're just making concrete right now. That else take 15 months? I just need to give it more concrete and we'll get the foundations unlocked.
Ironic, right?
I know, right? Here, burn all your concrete. Now you can build foundations. What do you need? Awful lot of running around in the early days, isn't there? It's just like Factorio and Dyson. There's an awful lot of just running around. Picking up stuff from over here, moving it over there, building here and putting it there. Oh, we can compress the biomass as well. That's rather handy.
Yeah, and then obviously you get mass into logs when you get the chainsaw.
Oh yeah. Chainsaw just becomes inevitable. You'll never get to coal without a chainsaw. There's just too much demand, isn't there? You'll be fine, Pug.
Coal was a thing the last time you played, right?
Yeah. Coal was like the next power.
Yeah, it's just you haven't played with oil and nuke, right?
Correct. Yeah, fluids wasn't in the game.
Yeah.
Somebody said at the start of the stream that I'll really enjoy fluids. I don't know whether to take that as you'll enjoy them or they're just as frustrating as Factorio.
They make less logical sense than Factorio, which isn't a good thing.
No, that's not.
But they work, sort of, as long as you don't try and do anything too complex.
Do they do the Factorio thing of when you fill up on one fluid, everything shuts down?
Correct.
Yay.
So balancing things
Milestone
is like
reached.
really
You have
critical
unlocked
when it
several
comes to oil.
structures aimed to provide the
And
first needed to build basic factory.
the other thing that really... Sorry, the woman talking is really distracting.
Yeah, I just turned her off. Press enter.
So, yeah, if one machine backs up, then it shuts down. But they have a thing called an awesome sink now, and basically it's designed to take all of your. So as a fix-it engineer, your waste is not encouraged. So what they say is they give you an awesome sink where you throw your excess stuff into, and then they give you tickets, and then with tickets you can buy certain things.
Tickets? What?
Yeah, so you literally have a a ticket machine. I think it's tier 7 or 8. No, it's not. It's tier 2. So if you look tier 2 for the... It's the resource sync bonus program. But like, what really annoys me is in the awesome sync is like the advanced foundation stuff. So like double ramps and things.
Okay.
Do you want to do obstacle clearing next, or go straight for a chainsaw and then we'll worry about the logistic stuff later? Or
I think we need belts. If we don't already have belts, I don't know. Can't remember.
yeah, we do already have belt.
First thing we need to do is start mining and smelting and storing, because doing this by hand is a pain. I'm going to build a foundation over the water shortly. I'm just making concrete. So, whatever you think.
Milestone exchange concluded. Fix-it freighter re-entry complete.
Fuzzball, thank you for 33 months. I shall try to keep you sane. Right.
Well, if I give you this concrete, if I make a load of concrete and give that to you as well, and then I'll try and get a automatic concrete production online with power.
Yes. Should we... How high from the water do you think we should float it?
It really makes no odds.
I'm thinking... Do it from here like that.
And then hold your... Have you read the instructions on this?
Watch the video.
Okay, cool. You probably know more than me then.
Yay! There you go. There's a nice big floor. That'll get us going. I'll continue to build it out. We just need lots of concrete.
Yeah, cool.
Did we start on the hard map? Not the super desert. We started on rocky desert, which was number 2, I think. Okay, so we need power. We're gonna need power, aren't we? So I'll build some biogens. Actually, we've got 2 in the back of the hub.
Yeah, don't forget there's 2 in the hub already.
But I am going to move that hub. In fact, I might move it now and put it on the platform.
Yeah, fine.
Because I don't want to have to move it again. Oh, do you want to leave those benches here, or do you want to move them as well?
Well, I'll move them eventually. I'll keep what's here close to the limestone for now, just while I'm manually balling limestone.
Okay. How do we deploy the hub?
You just go into the build menu again.
Oh, we have to build it that way.
And I don't know if the last time you played that you could split stacks.
I've already split a stack, so I think you could.
Okay, over on the floor, 189 concrete.
Sweet. Alright, I mean, is that alright as a hub placement?
Yeah, I mean, it can always be moved, right?
Oh, true. So what do you want to research next? Because you might have already set it, but it's gone. Was it logistics?
No, I haven't set anything. I'm quite happy to do anything. I don't know if you want to get the chainsaw first, though.
Yeah, we gets us biofuel, doesn't it? That'll keep us going for a while.
Yeah.
What a surprise, it needs concrete. Jake97, Paul, I'm in hospital watching as I accidentally swallowed a couple of toy horses. Doctors have said my condition is currently stable.
Meh.
Do you know, as I was reading that, I started reading that, I'm currently in hospital. I was thinking, okay. And then I swallowed a couple of toy horses. I was like, yeah, this is probably a joke. And then there came the punchline.
I've chucked a load of portable miners in the hub beer cooler.
A couple of what, sorry?
The portable miners in the hub storage.
Yep. NXN, thank you, 53. I'm not sure if I call that one out. Let's put that in there. Let's put them in there. That's an awful lot of screws. It's called a smart mod. Don Corleone.
Yeah, the smart mod is a mod that I think most of us agree that should be in the game.
Oh yeah.
Because you can now, I don't know if you had that before, I'm trying to recall, but the mass deconstruct. So you can mass destroy stuff with the game, but you can't mass build stuff with the game. Makes sense, right?
Yep. Actually, I don't think they had mass deconstruct when I used it.
No, well they do now.
What, so you can drag out an area of wall or something?
You can, when you go into the F menu, it'll obviously put like a holographic display of what you're destroying. If you hold the control key down, I think it is, where you then either click or move your cursor, it'll destroy what you've left once you like confirm it.
Okay.
It needs a little bit of care. It's a bit clunky, and you can end up destroying part of your infrastructure if you've done that wrong or whatever.
Can you be in charge of upgrades when you join, Pops? Hey, the boy. Is that 92? What do we need? Oh. So close. Did you say you're automating concrete? I can't remember. Oh, we're waiting for power from this first.
I'm just in the process of building some reinforced plates so I can build the constructors, but yes.
Okay.
And it's not going to look pretty, but it'll work as far as I'm concerned for now. And we'll start worrying about balancing and looking once we've got the basics automated, yeah?
Yeah, it's one of those things that you need to get going with something and then get to the point where you can then go off and build the proper thing.
Yeah.
It's like a bootstrap.
And then once I've got like the blueprint, or once I've got an idea of how that'll lay out, I'll go to another few limestone places to put more concrete online.
Milestone reached.
Chainsaws inbound.
Biofuel will ensure maximum efficiency of biomass burners. To aid in biofuel production, you are now capable of removing foliage that consists primarily of wood. Additionally, R&D inflated your pocket dimension.
Bigger inventory. Always a good thing. Right, let's get the wood, let's get the leaves. The best mod for this game is the iPhone weight mod. I agree. It's a bit of an early game mod though. I need to build a biomass churner.
Yeah, set it up with 5 separate constructors.
Am I correct in thinking... Well, actually, I did it with like 2 or something. Am I correct in thinking that there's no way to filter items out of a container still? Like, you can't, on a splitter, you can't say, send wood that way or send leaves that way.
Yeah, you can.
You can. How? Is
Yeah,
it
it's a advanced part. There's a smart splitter, and then there's a something else, and one of them is more advanced than the other. So you can actually have, like, you go this way, you go that way, send the overflow here.
Yeah. Okay, but that's like advanced tech, so you can do it later.
Yeah.
Because in the early days, yeah, you see, you kind of need it early on because you've got leaves and wood, but you can't like split them.
No. Well, let's say I just build 5 separate containers because all the alien organs and stuff can be turned into biomass as well. And then have 5 constructors, and then do a two-way split. That one goes into building the logs, and then one goes into keeping biomass because you need biomass for other stuff at points.
Okay. Is that like a tier 3, 4 type thing then?
Yeah.
Some kind of advanced logistics.
Yeah. The smart splitter, you can. So what I try and do with the awesome sink is set up a production line, and then obviously store whatever you're making in the last container, and then the last container just before it leave space to put a smart splitter, and then set the overflow output, so anything excess will go into the awesome sink, so that you're constantly keeping all the machines running. So you know the rules just spread out more than you think you need to.
Well, we're talking about having separate factories for everything, right?
Yeah.
Which is the ultimate in spreading out.
Yeah.
I think we'll have an insatiable appetite for concrete. I wonder if you can have like a warehouse type scenario. So if you have like one factory per type, and then each factory exports to the warehouse, then you end up with a big warehouse with everything. And then it's a matter of kind of belting it outwards to different factories. I don't know if that would get messy or not. Or do you have like a dedicated... I guess that would be hard to balance. That's the problem with it.
Yeah.
Whereas if you want to build, I don't know, let's say you want to build computers, then you need a supply of resources before it. So you need to have factories before it that supply just stuff for that. Otherwise, you'll never balance it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Pug, not so much a mall where you can just go and get stuff personally. I just mean as a general concept. So the problem is with a warehouse type system is if you have everything go into a warehouse, then when you want to pull stuff from the warehouse to build different things, how do you balance what goes out? It's very difficult. Use trains for the warehouse. Yeah, later on. We're not going to have trains for a while, though.
Yeah, trains don't work in MP.
Wait, what?
Trains are broken in MP.
They used to work when we played last, didn't they?
No, I don't think you've ever played with the train, have you?
Yeah, we have. We definitely played with trains. I remember the building them, they're massive.
No, as far as I know, you can use it and it works, but when a client tries to use the train, it doesn't work and breaks it.
Right. The solid biofuel is now in the box on the hub for whenever we need it.
I'm still at the stage of trying to get the basic little things in my inventory to be able to do anything.
There's trains, so I will not need the 1k meter conveyor belts all over the place. Fuzzball, there's been trains for a long time, but multiplayer apparently don't work. But you can use trucks. It's programmable trucks, they're okay. I remember playing with them, they were fun.
Well, it'll be nice to actually be able to drive a vehicle without it thinking that I'm in a different zone of the map. Because when I'm playing with Brett, the ping is that bad that it's just really impossible to drive.
Really?
Yeah.
Capac, thank you for 51 months. You bought it 3 weeks back. Yeah, you've probably not got that at the moment then. Way too much handcrafting. I know, dude, I'm building stuff now to go and build some automation. That's exactly what I'm doing.
Like, we've been playing for all of 50 minutes. Do they think this just works? This gets, you pull it out of your pocket and go, here you go.
Rome wasn't built in a day. This game has an auto push. Does it? Auto button push. Are you sure? Here's my auto button push.
Oh, how ironic. I haven't got concrete in order to be able to build a power pole.
$120 a minute. Holy smoke, I can't cope with that. Oh, we don't have splitters. Oh well.
No, that's logistics in the hub. Cheer, do you want to do that next?
Yeah, it would be handy, but I guess for now I'll just push them into one smelter.
Well, you haven't got Mark II belt anyway. I think that is logistics with Mark II belt as well.
Probably. I'm not worried about that. I just wanted to split. It doesn't matter. That's why you should be on upgrades, folks. You just want to run around doing scientific upgrades. Is that what you're saying? Don't want to build a factory. Just want to focus on your little science lab. It's one of the games you love to play again after a while. It's kind of why we've jumped back into it.
There you go, that's logistics for... The current milestone is for that logistics.
Yeah, well, I think we just need to focus on automating some stuff, otherwise we're going to be handcrafting forever.
Yeah, concrete's on.
I wanted to build a miner. He always did upgrades when we played it. It's like when we used to play Factorio, Whiteland always focused on the science, didn't he? Right, get us going. We're at 14 out of 20 megawatts at the moment, so second gen will have to go online when you build more stuff.
Roger.
Need to get some copper going now. Iron plates. It is slow to start, Unique. It takes about an hour to 2 hours to get going, and then everything starts accelerating quickly.
Yeah, don't forget there's 2 biomass on the actual hub. I've only got 1 on at the moment.
Yeah, that's what I said. We'll have to put the second on when you build more stuff.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood. I thought you meant that you'd put the other one on.
I might just load it now and turn it off. Yikes. Yeah, that's all the biofuel we have. And we can only handcraft her at the moment. Looks like your type of game. Is this still only 4-player multiplayer?
No, there isn't a limit, technically.
Oh, that was right. There's no limit, but they don't guarantee performance. Or something like that. Yeah, Jones, I want to get the basics going first, and then we'll get the biofuel converter going. As our power requirement scales.
Oh, it's great fighting things without lag as well.
I forgot how far power cables can go. They're ridiculous.
Yep.
Don't have enough. You did hear there's an update planned for the game, unless it's already out.
No, it's in experimental at the moment.
See, somebody's got his finger on the pulse.
It's currently, at the moment, the experimental branch is more up to date or stroke more advanced than the base build one.
Update 4 is mid-March, there you go.
Yeah. But they've been a little bit busy, well, because you know this is Coffee Stain Studios, which have done Valheim. So they do actually have a separate dev team, as far as I know, for Satisfactory. But, yeah.
What we're saying is, honest, there's no impact, really.
Well,
Why won't you build this? Wire is too long. Don't give me that nonsense. You're getting a purple Twitch screen on the video saying something about a third-party tool affecting Twitch's performance. Rep.
Yeah, Paul, up there is another concrete system.
Right, question number 1, how do you ping again? Question number 2, what did you ping again?
You hold the Alt key down, and I pinged over here.
Okay.
Did you have both of these turned on, or just...
Nope, one's on standby. I did say.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you did what you said you were going to do, though. That's the theory.
Yeah, it's loaded. You just need to click standby.
Oh, no, we need another gen.
What, really? What have you built?
Just a couple of things. Oh, I haven't got enough iron plates to make a damn biomass burner. Are you serious right now?
First world problems, dude.
I know, it's just... It's so frustrating after you've been obviously playing this game for a while and you're like...
Yeah, you can have whatever you want on tap.
Yeah. Well, me and Brett have built a ticket farm. So in order to get loads of fix-it tickets, and we haven't even put it online yet, but it's just a ridiculous construct. The building we worked out is as big as World Trade Center 1.
Andy2654, thank you for 3 years. Happy anniversary. It was Coffee Stain Publishing who publishes both Valheim and Satisfactory. It's 2 different studios and make the game. Gotcha. Right, so they're not even sharing code then, probably.
I thought they were the devs, but I'm not that informed.
Me neither.
Oh, did you throw all the wood in the other machine?
Hang on. What's going on with me? Yeah, and what's left is in the box. We're basically out of biomass again. No power.
And you know the shift click and control click can do different stack changes, right?
I know about shift click. No, hang on. Control. Which one halves it again?
Right click halves it. If you hold right click, it gives you a slide bar to split the stack.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
Uh-huh. And then if you control click, it
Just all of
transfers
them.
everything of that type. And then if you shift click, it'll do just that stack.
Okay.
Right, we're back online. Did you have a chainsaw?
Nope.
You haven't built a chainsaw yet. Okay.
Just putting copper online.
Okay.
Chainsaw and biomass factory is like pretty much top priority now. We gotta feed the beast. Biggie Footy, thank you for 70 months, dude. So if you start on the hard desert map, there's just going to be no foliage at the beginning. It's going to be so tough.
That's where I've started my new single player save, and it's really quite difficult.
Yeah.
And just the vastness of like where the resources are is just Oh yeah, what's your network?
Moderate. If you're on about the NAT.
No, the
Words?
in the session settings,
Oh, it's on the best one.
ultra.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I think mine's on something like that as well, which is perhaps why I'm having a reasonable time. Whereas, let's say, when I play with Brett, it's just not fun.
Well, if you're playing with somebody halfway around the world, you've got to accept limitations.
Well, it's a 300 millisecond ping, even if we're not doing anything.
Yeah.
Have you got 4 cable on you by any chance?
I can make some money. Where are you?
At the hub.
Some in the little box.
Thank you. Why does that say no power?
Wire? Cable?
Oh, because it was on standby. Oh, I'm really confused.
NHS, thank you for 14 months.
Maybe we didn't need the 3rd biomass gen, but...
To be honest, I tend to find that you're better off not using the ones on the hub and using separate ones anyway.
But you get a bigger capacity out of them, don't you? They're like 300 or something. They're 30 rather than 20.
Yeah, and also you can just have them near wherever you're making the biomass, so it's a lot easier.
Yeah.
And you can just add more when you need them.
Yeah, you get 20 out of one of the ones on the hub.
Yeah.
So we don't actually need this additional one that I've built online yet. So I'm going to nick the fuel.
Oh god, somebody's got a chainsaw. Oh god.
Is there any particular foliage that you would like to keep?
No, just get rid of all the trees.